Online search works great when you know what you're looking for. It works very well when you know those 2 or 3 words to type into the search box. But how do you find that stuff that you know is out there when you don't know the magic words to type in? We find stuff offline without the aid of a search engine all the time. For example, you walk by a nightclub and there's a bunch of people in it. It looks pretty cool, so you decide you'll go in. Or you're at dinner and you notice the waiter deliver a dessert to the next table and you think, I'll have what she's having. These kinds of serendipitous discoveries happen all the time by observing the behaviors of other people. And now, for the first time, they can happen online as well. Today, Aggregate Knowledge announces its Discovery service. Our Discovery service moves beyond traditional search by enabling users to find relevant and engaging content based on the actual behaviors of other people. Let me show you an example. Let's say, for example, you were interested in going out and you wanted to shop for something to wear tonight. If you went to a site like Overstock, you'd see a traditional taxonomy: apparel, designer shoes, women's, jackets. Now, is that how you think when you're shopping? No, you go to the store and you wander around and you say, hey, that pink jacket over there, I'd like more like that. And that's what we do for Overstock. Aggregate Knowledge powers the discovery window that you see on the right pane of the page. Here, people who bought this, bought that powers a better navigation metaphor for the entire site. So you might have started with this jacket, but perhaps it's the skirt that catches your eye. Now, we don't know why the skirt and the jacket are necessarily related. It could be by cut or color or season or even time of day. But the wisdom of the crowds knows that they're related, and that's what we let you do. We let you tap into that power. See, when you start searching, you're not exactly sure what you're looking for to begin with. But when you find it, you'll know it when you see it. Perhaps it's the suede pants are more like what you were looking for. And trust me, you're not the first person who's ever wanted to find those suede pants. Literally, thousands of people have solved the selection problem before you, and we let you tap into that power. Here's the bottom line. Over 20% of all products purchased on Overstock during the Christmas buying season were found using our discovery window. Now, people sometimes say to us, hey, isn't this what Amazon does? Isn't this what Netflix does? Yeah, but other than Amazon and Netflix, name me another site that actually does it well. That's what Aggregate Knowledge does. We bring this as a lightweight web service to every other site, if it's a retail site or a media site. How about another example? Let's say you're watching Desperate Housewives, and you're interested in finding out about the jeans that Ava Longoria or Terry Hatcher wore in an episode. That's what the ABC Seen on TV store is all about, and it's powered by a great company called Delivery Agent. So they're her jeans. They're called butt lifters. Who knew? Now, I don't think you would have been able to find the butt lifters if you were using a traditional search metaphor. Here you can see our discovery window is horizontal across the center of the page, and it lets you understand the whole world that's Desperate Housewives: the jeans, the shoes, the celebrities, and also notice the serendipitous connection to another piece of content, Grey's Anatomy. See, by putting relevant, engaging, and often serendipitous content in front of the user, they come to your site more frequently and they stay longer when they visit. Now, since our technology works in real time, we can take on one of the most difficult possible use cases, and that's breaking news. See, when news breaks, you only have a few seconds to catch the interest wave. So let's say you were interested in finding out more about Oscar fashion, and you started on the Washington Post with this story about what people wore to the Golden Globes. You'll see at the bottom of the page, our discovery window lets you continue your search in multiple ways. You can go to Dreamgirls, or to goth fashion, or to the Academy Awards themselves. Notice, those words, goth fashion and Academy Awards, are not related. No lexical engine is ever going to figure out that there's actually a connection there. But the audience of this site knows that they're connected. We call this user-generated editorial, and it's something that the editors of the Post are very excited about, because this kind of natural relevancy previously had to be done by hand. I want to show a visualization of all the data we've got. We've got a real-time behavior analysis engine that can deal with hundreds of billions of data points in real time. Now, using all that power lets us deliver a breakthrough in CPMs, page views per visit, and dollars per cart for all of our customers. Now, take a look at this visualization. For you marketers out there, I promise you, this is not your standard analytics package. If you see in the middle, there's a Washington Post article related to an Overstock item. With Aggregate Knowledge, it's not just books for books or news for news on your own site. It's any item for any other item, regardless of website or location. This is what we call the collective discovery network, and it's very different than an advertising network, because with an advertising network, all you can do is show an ad to the people. But with Aggregate Knowledge collective discovery, we can actually put the content they'll love in front of them and make our site operators just as much money. The last thing I want to tell you about is about how easy it is to deploy the product, and Darius is going to show you what our user portal looks like. Overstock called us in August, and they told us, our vendor can't deliver until spring. 16 days later, we were up and powered them through the entire Christmas buying season. Web 2.0 principles are what let this happen, and we are proudly a Web 2.0 company that's made money from day one. My last point to you is about money, and you can see how much money we're making for some of our partners up here. Our services completely pay for performance. If we don't work for you, we don't get paid. We'll even give it to you free for 30 days to try it out. There's no legacy software integration, no upfront license fees, none of that kind of hassle that you're used to. Aggregate Knowledge powers Dscvry. Dscvry, you know it when you see it. Check us out at booth 19. Thank you.